Hello, this is Industries Mr. Create.
Mr. N.
And Mr. Connect.
This is Industries one-stop solution channel for business model, market analysis, and quarterly report summary that's provided for your investment decision. So, what did we bring this week?
Today we are going to talk about the Sunlight Financial.
Okay, Sunlight Financial.
Yeah, it's a company where Chamath, is it?
Is
Yeah,
it
Proper pronunciation?
Chamath?
Chamath?
Chamath.
Yeah,
Chamath.
Yeah.
Has made PIPE investment, and it's basically a solar financing platform company. And we believe that this company will benefit from the Biden's clean energy policies. But there are some uncertainties behind this company, right?
Yeah, that's why I had however.
Yeah.
So you should watch towards the end of the presentation because I think that we'll be giving a brief summary of the company and our idea at the end of the video.
Sure do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a residential solar power financing platform. It's a platform enabled by technology, of course, and it was founded in 2014 by Neil Auerbach and Wilson Chang. You can see the people on the right hand side smiling, and those are the guys. And they were like ex Goldman Sachs alumni.
Oh, okay.
And they were making business in the renewable energy business sector, and they saw that they could facilitate the solar power into residential areas by providing solar loans. So they made this company, and this company will be acquired by Spartan Acquisition Corporation, which is which is a SPAC, and it's sponsored by Apollo Management Incorporation. And currently there are 3 existing shareholders, which are Hudson Sustainable Group, Tiger Infrastructure Partners, and FTV Capital. And and if you see the definitive agreement announcement, which was made on 25th last January, there are some PIPE investors, quite a big name, such as Chamath and BlackRock. And it will be listed to the NYSE by the end of Q2 this year. So, before we explain about the business model, I think it's better to explain about the solar loans benefits compared to solar leases and PPAs. So if you get the loan from the banks or capital providers, the consumers of that loan will pay off all of their loans like in a decade, whereas leases and PPA agreement will be longer, like 20 or 25 years. And at the end of the loan period, the consumer will have the ownership on the solar panel, whereas leases and PPAs, after their rent period, those installations will be removed. So Sunlight Financial will basically, after negotiation, they will receive a certain amount of money from capital providers for a loan, and then they will then give some amount of money to their contractors for certain services like solar panel installation services, and then after installations, consumers will then pay interest and principal for the loan to the capital providers. Sunlight Financial, as an intermediary of these 3 parties, will gain fee as an upfront revenue in cash.
So in terms of example, like the capital providers, let's say, will give the $100 to Sunlight Financial, and then Sunlight Financial will probably give like $98 to the contractors, and then the consumers have to pay $100 back to the capital providers. So basically, because of the consumer that's willing to install a solar panel on their roof, they're borrowing $100, but in return of the service, they're actually giving $2 to Sunlight Financial.
Mm.
So that's their business model.
Yeah, that's their business model. So then, and all of these processes will be done through their AI machine learning driven platform called Orange. And yeah, these are basically the processes whereby three parties will go through via their platform. And their competitors are like automated lending platform such as Open Lending, and there are also solar power panel manufacturers who also offer financing solutions to the consumers such as SunPower, SunNova, and Sunrun.
Okay, going into market analysis. If you're looking into the electricity capacity by types, you're looking at solar, which is bottom of the graph, the darker blue, is increasing. And as you may know, because of ESG and all the environment-friendly policies, renewable energies are increasingly taking more shares, whereas coal and other old ways are diminishing. Also, it is important for the end user to look at the profitability of using solar compared to retail electricity. And if you're looking into it, retail price of electricity had increased 2.3% per annum, whereas residential solar cost of energy is keep decreasing. So it's making up more of margin over time, which is favorable to the end users. US solar installation compared to 2015, 2020, we're seeing more and more states are moving into the solar panel installation. And if you compare that graph to the right-hand corner, energy policy by states, the darker greens are more definite energy policy states, whereas light green are voluntary policy, which is a little weaker. And the gray area, they're not planning to have the green energy policy. So comparing those graphs to the left red graph, it's mostly overlapping, but California are actually not planning to do much of a green policy. So I guess that's a little hard market to enter, but good to see that 2020 expectation is showing red on that area. It is important to understand why individuals want to install the solar panel, which we saw before. Of course, energy efficiency and cost savings are good, but due to Biden's clean energy policy, we are looking in ITC, investment tax credit. By definition, you are getting 26% of your spending on solar system, which you can read from the right-hand corner. And left-hand side is the schedule. By 2020, people will receive 26% tax credit. In 2023, 22%. In 2024, residential will not receive zero investment tax credit. So I guess a lot of people are having incentive to do the solar installation by 2023, which will boost up the role of Sunlight Financial immediately. And total addressable market, according to Sunlight Financial, is 11.8%, but looking into those breakdown, 63% are for the loan. So for specifically $7.4 billion will be their direct total accessible market. However, thinking about the competitor, the actual TAM will be somewhat less than 7.4%, 7.4 billion. So just keep in mind that there are some competitors out there. Residential solar credit loss. This is important because people are making loan. Though Sunlight is actually doing the brokerage, it is also important to see the credit losses on residential solar loan. And according to their data, they're losing only 0.79%, whereas other competitors are losing much more of loans on their credit.
Okay, as for the financial analysis, SPAC, Spartan Acquisition Second Corporation, is priced at $12.79 as of now. So even after the announcement of the company, I think it didn't go up as much as some of those other dramatic increase that you've seen in IPOE and other companies. I don't know if it's attributable because to the difficulty of understanding the business model, but it's just the way it is, I guess. Highlight of the financial, as Mr. Connect
Connect.
has stated that the total adjustment market is $11 billion. I didn't really have the audit report because this isn't listed yet, so I only took pieces from their investment IR presentation. They're expecting, or their growth is from 2017 to 2020 is 31% in average. They're expecting that the growth rate will probably decrease to 22% from here on. Their adjusted EBITDA for 2021 is $60 million, and Spartan Acquisition Company Corporation will have like a cash of $345 million. I think which will be used for, I don't know, deployment of their capital. I'm not really sure how they're gonna use it for expansion of their business. Pipe also has 250 million in their potential as part of their potential investment. So basically, Pipe and Spartan Acquisition Company will basically own the company. I think 32 plus 19 is almost close to 50. So that's that right there. Highlight of the high company is that if you look at the market like fair value divided by EBITDA, this company is around 21 times compared to other companies like Sun Nova, that's like 48 right now, 42 right now. Sun Power 51, Open Landing 33. So I don't know if you can compare them directly because this company doesn't manufacture the solar panel, whereas Sun Nova and Sunrun, I think Sun Power, all of those companies are actually manufacturing company. I think even if you consider this company being the manufacturing, I think that the 51 times of the fair value EBITDA is kind of high. I think it has to do with Joe Biden's strong will for the green energy in the United States. One thing, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially when they're manufacturer, I think seeing like over 40 times of multiple is quite surprising.
Yeah. I mean, if you imagine how some of the states like Florida, they don't have any plan for clean energy for now. If let's say that they're turning into very aggressive policy, then this could increase the basically total addressable market for these companies other than sunlight. But still, I think it's kind of high for you to invest. So another thing, the reason for our topic this company is that because of Chamath Palihapitiya. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know who you are. I know who
We know
this guy.
Chamath.
Yeah, Chamath is very famous guy.
Big player.
Yeah,
recently.
big name.
Yeah, the big guy, and he's making investment in pipe investment. So there's got to be some insights that we didn't get to see, but he was able to capture. So I don't know. This is why we were interested in the stock. Financial statement wise, they are thinking that growth, like revenue growth from 2008 to like their expected growth was like 70% ish, and then it decreases dramatically from here on, like 2021 to 2024. I'm thinking because residential like solar panel market is limited in a way, so this is probably why it's decreasing a whole lot. The revenue, that's just revenue part. Other than that, I think that they are actually have that income that's positive in 2020, expected number of that, and they are thinking that 2021 this is going to increase in terms of their net income basis. So this is something that's positive. This company actually is making money, so it's really a matter of how expensive the stock is. So yeah, that's it. Kind of short version. So what do you think? So we need to summarize now.
Yes, for me, I think sunlight it seems to be a little bit commodity product. I wasn't able to locate exact their competitive edge and their moats of doing business. And also, if you go back to the revenue assumption, they're saying 27% increase in 2024. But if you're actually looking into the ICT schedule, the benefit will end at 2024. So they expecting same as 2023 and 2024 seems a little too optimistic in my taste.
And I guess from my point of view, there are so many competitors for this company, and especially, let's say, if capital providers such as banks and credit unions, provide a large sum of loans to like installers. I mean, what I mean by installers are the contractors. and then those contractors will then be able to lend money to consumers at a lower interest rate than sunlight could provide. Then I think the business model will be disrupted, and for me, for the time being, I don't see any advantage for this company yet.
Yeah. For me, I think that for like a solar power project, it's actually if you think about like a useful life of the solar panel, people can use it for 20 years, 30 years from here. So once that they are done with the financing, I don't think they will be needing additional financing. So even if we turn every house in the United States into a solar panel based house, and therefore they need all of those houses are in need of financing. The sunlight also has very high competition, but then if you think about like how sustainable this business can be, I mean, even if it seems to be a lot of houses that are deprived of the solar panel, but it's not all people are going to need the lending process. So I'm not really sure if this company can sustainably grow meaningfully into the future. So I don't know, Chamath,
Yeah.
maybe right, we are maybe wrong because we
I'm
don't
so
have,
curious what has attracted Chamath
Yeah.
to investing in this company.
and probably this is why the spec price is less than like $13 even after the news came out. So we will be studying more, but I think that's it for our conclusion. So it doesn't mean that we give you the positive news that you want. But that's just the way we look at it for now.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Do
And
some thumbs up for us. Thank
see you
you.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.